Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tousi TV, another live stream. We are outside the Royal Court of Justice in central London alongside the other mainstream media outlets. We've got the BBC and the Press Association, a couple of others. We are just waiting imminently for Laurence Fox, the leader of Proclaim, to come out about his free speech court ruling to find out exactly what's going on. He's gonna make a statement live as he comes out of the courts, obviously right now as we speak. So I'm just gonna wait for him to come out and wait for the statement, and then I'm gonna try and get a quick interview if he has time. Obviously, as I said, we got the corporate media here already. You got BBC News and Press Association, a couple of others, but we'll find out exactly what's going on within the next few seconds. But Laurence Fox did say, he tweeted that he will be out making a statement outside the court at 3:30 p.m, which is well, a minute ago. So he's a little bit late, obviously, but we'll find out exactly. We are also joined by a number of others in terms of free speech supporters, including Piers Corbyn and obviously Team Corbyn as well. Well, Piers, not Jeremy, obviously, who are also here. We're waiting for Fox to come out of the building to make his statement, to see exactly where we stand with this free speech court. Is that him? No. Okay, let's just turn the camera around. For those of you who watch Tousi TV regularly and watched the other week when we were waiting for Tommy Robinson to come out of the court, hopefully it's not going to be one of those situations, because I ended up waiting for 2 hours for him to come out. But of course, he's coming out now. Is it coming? Oh, he's there. He's already out. He's coming. There we go. We can see Laurence Fox over there. Right there. He's just walking towards us now. He's already left the court. He did tweet that he was just reading the documents and everything else, absorbing it. Well, let's wait for Laurence Fox to get close. Of course, the free speech court session that obviously he's been dealing with this court case, as you guys know, for a few months now, about obviously free speech and defamation turned into chaos, obviously. There we go. We got Laurence Fox coming towards us, joined by Calvin Robinson. Hello, sir. How are you?
Right. So today, the judge in the cycle has ruled that I didn't suffer any serious harm through the allegations of racism against me, which is strange because at the same time she also declined to define the meaning of the word racist. So I'm at a slight loss to understand how you can be defamed while not defining what you're being defamed for. Anyway, look, I didn't bring this legal action against people. I brought this because we all know that the meaning of the word racist. I think everyone does. And I've asked 5 times now. And I asked in 2020, I asked for a jury, because I think the best way of defining the meaning of, how someone is and what the perception in the court public opinion is, something more important in many ways, as this court has proven, is somebody a racist? Ask a jury. You tried by jury your kids. But we've ended up with a judge who sat there and has said, I'm not going to define the meaning of racist. So how can you go to a defamation trial without knowing what it is you're going to train at? So essentially what we got after several million quid is a nothing burger again. And it means that we're going to have to go back to court to appeal to get a meaning of this word. What is a racist? Every single person in this country knows what a racist is, except the people that dominate every single national institution that we have, and every single organisation which has got aims to educate our children and everything else. This racism term is used just as a point of disagreement and a point of, I don't like you, therefore you're a racist. But this is a great, wonderful country, and I admire and I respect this country, and I fight for it, and I fight for my children, and I fight for everybody else out there who doesn't have my platform, who gets called these vicious slurs. And I just want the definition of the word. That's what I want. I want you to tell me what a racist is. Because I read the Oxford English Dictionary about it, and it says discriminating against someone on the grounds of race or ethnicity. And how a high court in this land can not tell me what that means, and therefore not decide whether I've suffered any serious harm or not. I'll put it to you. Let me ask you the question. I was acting for 22 years, very successfully, and my most successful job was my very last one. Before I pointed out something that upset me about the way that Sainsbury's were behaving towards their black employees, which I thought was discriminatory and racist. Yes, Sainsbury's, I think you are racist. You are a racist supermarket. And I asked to just find out what that word means. So here we are, sat, 2 million bloody quid in, and I think now we have to go to another call. So can you tell me what a racist is? And it shouldn't be this way. We don't want to live in a country that rewards people for saying those outrageously horrible things to other people. And we reward them. Every single person who stood against me in this trial has been promoted. Every single one has gone up in the world. They've been promoted because they've displayed the appropriate language around this issue. And I, just for asking the question as to whether to create safe spaces for black people in Sainsbury's was discriminatory and pro-segregationist, I was called a racist. So I'd love to come here today and say, we have an answer. We don't. What we've got is another £1 million that we're going to have to spend to find out the meaning of a word that every single human being in this country knows the meaning of. And, there we are. I don't really know what else to add. I'm happy to answer any questions if anyone's got
Mr. Fox, BBC News, what about the finding against you, to the judge of the defence?
In terms of calling them well, what I said to them was a rhetorical device. I was called a racist allegation, which had absolutely nothing to do with I'm not a racist, so I responded to that. And I responded with a pretty outlandish and inaccurate allegation. So it's a rhetorical device.
So, but are you sorry? I understand what you're saying.
Well,
do you regret it?
If you read the court transcripts, I apologise to each of them individually in the court. So you'll see that.
Well, Mr. Fox, just class PA. Would you say you've learned anything over the course of this litigation?
Yeah, I've learned that the English sentence structure is a really important thing. So to say to somebody, anyone who hires, this is someone in my own business, anyone who hires Laurence Fox does so in the knowledge who's unequivocally, unashamedly, and publicly racist. It's like, to me, that comes across as a statement of truth, of fact. It's not an opinion. It's like he is a racist as defined by these terms. So I came to court and I said, what is a racist and where am I racist? And it's not only can they not define the meaning of the word racist, they can't even tell me whether I've suffered any harm from being called one. So it's not the best day for those of us who want to have at least an honest and open debate. Because it means that I can turn around right now and say, Gary Lineker, you're a massive, massive racist.
And you're not saying that for clarity?
No, I am saying that. You're a massive racist. Good luck. Well, no, sue me. See if we get on this opinion, Gary.
Right, so, firstly, apologies, and my Rode microphone completely malfunctioned just before we started this, but I'm just going to basically wait for him to finish that. I'm going to go speak to him directly. I can imagine you probably couldn't hear him properly. It's my fault, my Rode microphone completely failed, but it's fine. I'm just gonna wait for him. Obviously, he did the statement, he's just taking some questions right now from the BBC, which you can see on the BBC if you want to watch that, but we're gonna actually talk to him directly in a second. Actually, while we wait for Laurence, is it okay if I just get your opinion on what's been actually going on, what's going on with free speech in this country? We got Calvin Robinson obviously joining us. Calvin, what's going on in the country?
There is no free speech in this country, and the legal system is clearly biased. We all know what racism means. It's discrimination against someone based on their ethnicity. That's a fact. That's a dictionary definition. Now, for a judge to say I can't define racism means they're too weak to say this is what racism means and you are not guilty of racism, because they want to appease everyone. They want to appease the woke who would say that racism is a power dynamic between white people and non-white people and all this newfangled stuff. We all know the truth. How many people in positions of power that are willing to stand up for the truth? We don't have that in this country at the moment.
Yes, well, clearly, apparently, obviously we're waiting for Laurence to obviously finish with the mainstream media. We're going to talk to him directly, but Seems like this is going to go for another few months again.
Unfortunately,
It's just
yeah.
more money being wasted, and well, obviously the lawyers are going to make money.
The lawyers, the judges, everyone who's got a vested interest will make more money, but the
Yeah.
truth will be held from the public.
Yes. A lot of people have been asking about you, Calvin. Obviously, what your plan is for obviously continuing the campaign for freedom, and obviously, actually, a quick question different to this. We saw today, and actually, I think you posted as well. There was an incident again where a Christian in London was targeted by the police.
Well, I don't think she was a policeman. I think she was a volunteer.
Well, volunteer, but still part of the the establishment. And apparently, you're not allowed to say or sing anything Christian outside the church ground. Is that actually true?
Of course it's not true, it's nonsense. But it's just more of this woke idea that anything Christian needs to be stumped upon because Christianity is bad. These hymns are bad, whereas anything foreign or exotic is to be celebrated. And of course, this is not true. This is a Christian country. We have a Christian legal system, a Christian head of state, a Christian patron of the Church of England. It's embedded in our very way of life. It should be celebrated, not quashed.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Calvin. We're just waiting for Laurence. Again, apologies about the lack of microphone. My Rode microphone didn't work as I was running to get here. It was last minute, obviously. Let's just have a look. He's just still talking to the mainstream media guys, and then when he finishes, we're going to quickly get him on Tousi TV to find out exactly what's going on. Obviously, Laurence is also joined by his partner and his supporters and his team outside the Royal Courts of Justice. Obviously, for those who are not familiar with the court case, obviously while we wait, the whole thing was completely nonsensical from the beginning. Apparently, saying things that could offend people, you could get offended on behalf of other people. And then even if you insult someone, okay, I'm not an advocate for being obviously not civilized, but that shouldn't really be a court case. Laurence, obviously we don't want to disrupt during the corporate media a lot. Can you talk to TCV directly? What the hell is going into the country? Obviously we heard your statement, but what's next?
Well, I don't know. We have to go back and ask
Yeah.
another judge to tell us what a racist is.
So wait, you did say that they said, so in reality it wasn't really damaging or harmful, but they couldn't even define racism or...
That's the bit I find weird. It's like, if you can't define the term,
Yeah.
so if you can go, I've suffered no serious harm, but you can't define what I've not suffered serious harm for, that seems tricky to me. Logically, it seems tricky, and then I think ultimately, politically and judicially and faith, I think we're at an all-time low in this country of faith in our elected and unelected representatives.
Yeah.
And if you're going to carry on doing this, it's like, if that was my last dollar that I just sent to get that judgment, that I'd have to raise another.
That's insane.
It's like mad.
Yes, I mean, it's interesting how any of us could get sued. Can we eventually sue the court? There should be a
Well,
mechanism.
you appeal them. You appeal them, which
exactly.
I've done and won on appeal. And I think common sense people will understand, and the British public know what it is to be a racist. And it's like, just give us an answer, please. We're just trying to
be
get
consistent.
We're trying to get the bottom of it.
Yes, exactly.
This guy was angle grinding on his metal codpiece in front of children.
Oh dear.
And then he's complaining it's my fault that he's called a pejorative and defamatory word. It's like, mate,
Oh dear.
So we'll see.
Well, we shall wait. It's going to go for another few months, but I'm guessing for now we're going to go for a drink. So anyway, thanks. Cheers, guys. All right. So that was a quick update, obviously, on what's going on. It's an absolute chaotic situation. I hope you heard that one, because obviously lack of microphone. I hope that was slightly more clear. That their short interview. But we're going to find out exactly what's next over the next few months. It's interesting how, as I was saying, you can get offended on behalf of other people, and you can basically sue someone or report someone to the police on behalf of other people. But if you want to defend yourself, you won't really have any backing. Whether you're right or wrong, that's irrelevant. As I said, I'm always an advocate for civility and being polite, but being insulting shouldn't really lead to you being prosecuted, for example. If you damage someone, if you hurt someone, then absolutely. But if you use bad words, hurty words, that could insult someone, that really shouldn't be the case where you should get into trouble. So we are where we are, obviously, and we're going to find out more about this situation, and obviously we'll keep you guys posted. Now we're going to go back to Tousi TV Towers to give you guys more report. Obviously, we mentioned there was a Christian who was essentially harassed by the police or the volunteer in the police earlier yesterday, I think, for singing Christian songs on the streets. Apparently you're not allowed to do that, but if you're a Muslim, you're allowed to do Islamic words. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.